I'm already on that app, but I help people.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, the girls are fighting, aren't they?
Look at this little guy.
You sit there and look pretty for your picture.
Salty!
OT!
Salty. Have you been outside?
Have you been outside?
Have you been outside?
There's a full moon tonight. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. Should we go look at it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go look at it. Okay.
This is me going to look at it. Whoa, that was so cool when we both looked at the moon just now.
Did you see it? Dude, I got some video.
You did?
Check out this video I got.
Yeah, send it to me.
And some pictures.
Dude, nice.
You gotta share your screen too.
Oh my God, did I not share my screen? Dude, we're so professional. We've only been doing YouTube for 6 years. 6 years, but people are actually finding the podcast fresh, brand new, never having heard of us or either of our channels, even though like YouTube is our full-time thing. That's so cool, man.
Dude, it's so cool. That comment we got, oh man.
We got one really sweet comment from someone saying, I see a bunch of comments on this saying that they recognize these speakers. I have never heard of any of them, and I'm delighted to have found this podcast. I listen at work and would like to take a walk and listen again to coalesce my thoughts. I am posting this comment so the algorithm will show other people. How god dang sweet is this, dude?
Dude, it's so friggin' cool, man. I love
awesome.
this.
Oh, before we go too far, do you have any fun facts to share about the moon?
The moon, it is a strawberry moon. Do you know what that is?
No, I didn't
not the
read a
color.
quick summary of it. What is it?
It's not the color. It's a full moon that occurs in June, named by the Native American tribes, particularly the Algonquin, to mark the time of year when wild strawberries are ripe for the picking.
That's so cool.
Strawberries.
I don't know why I mentally thought that strawberries didn't occur in North America naturally. I was like that. I don't know why. I just assumed it was an imported fruit. But yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, dude, strawberries are everywhere. Wild strawberries in the mountains, they're all over.
That makes sense.
They're not the big ones that you get at the grocery store. They're like smaller, but oh, they're good. Very tart.
I may know things, but I definitely have some gaps in my knowledge, and I appreciate you filling me in.
Fair enough. You have gaps in your knowledge?
Shut up.
I don't believe you have gaps in your knowledge.
Shut up. I don't know everything. You know what? Actually, I don't know everything. And someone tried to police my knowledge in the last video about bees when I had dropped some facts, but they're like, here's some additional nuances. You're wrong. And here's some nuances. I'm like, I wasn't wrong. So I pulled up an additional bee fact for you. Okay, Salty, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me.
There goes any chance of a good night's sleep. That's bloody terrifying. They trapped a giant bee in this bottle. See this comment? Hornets have a pornographic memory. You're done.
You're done, dude. I'm not a fan of hornets. Like, bees are amazing, but hornets, they don't make honey. They don't do anything good. They just like, they're just little buttholes. That's it.
Do you think if I keep calling a hornet a bee, that people will write in the comments, that's not a beauty? Oh, dude. Oh, we should probably talk about like what the structure is going to be of today's podcast, so that way people get a feeling of what we're covering.
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got?
What do we got? Well, you actually sent me quite a good grip of articles, which is going to be fun to go through, and a lot less fun as we go along. But where I think we should start is just focusing on a bunch of funnies from TikTok that I saved up for you that I have not shown you yet, and I'm really excited to, and a bunch of cute animal videos. And then after we've braced for it collectively, we can start going through the news of the day. But I feel like we need to start with the funnies first because it gets pretty heavy later on. But I promise if we get through it, we'll take an additional animal break at the end. Does that sound good?
That sounds good, man. Let's work into this. We got this. Let's go.
Dude, we're recording this at 2 a.m. We got to start doing this earlier.
I agree, dude.
All right, here's the first one I got for you. Oh, God, don't make me solve puzzles. There's your cute animal right there. Oh, come on.
Unable to verify.
Really? Am I a robot, dude? There's no way to know. Remember AI from last time? Maybe I am a robot. I did it. I'm not a robot. Never mind. False
You're
alarm.
training the TikTok algorithms.
No.
The data.
I also lied a minute ago, dude. I actually have some news for us first, and then we're gonna go into the animal videos.
Fair enough. Let's get into it. See what you got. Hit me.
This is genuinely so fucking funny. I was on the Disney homepage, and I see, oh, Pride collection. And literally my first fucking thought was, isn't Disney like incredibly homophobic? And I click it.
No way,
They
dude.
had a huge banner for it, and when selected, there's no titles. Oh my god.
Dude, that's so brutal.
What were they thinking, man?
That's just throwing it in everyone's face. Like, yeah, by the way, there's none. There's none. Get wrecked. You're done.
God.
Oh, you wanted pride stuff? Well, too bad.
Dude, it actually reminded me of this meme that I saw recently. Hold on. Yeah, I've got it right here. Companies when June starts. Congratulations, homosexuals. You are being praised. Please do not exist. Please do not exist. No, please do not resist.
You made it worse.
I'm sorry.
How did you make it worse?
I'm sorry. This is from the Rogue One show, right?
I think you know more about that than I do. I love Star Wars, but dang it, I need to catch up on my lore.
I don't know anything. I just work here, man.
But dude, why is it like this? Why is it really like this?
Why is rainbow capitalism a thing?
Yeah.
I was a little bit more hopeful at the beginning of 2019 when I really started my YouTube channel and I started reacting some LGBT content. And when Pride came around, I read this post from someone who I suppose at that point was an elder gay, but you know, he was like 40.
Okay.
And he was talking about when he grew up, companies wouldn't be caught dead promoting anybody on the LGBT spectrum, and how while it sucked that they saw an opportunity to make money with it and they don't actually support members of the community, it was nice to see so much representation in public.
Right. Yeah.
Just as an indicator, a little bit of a barometer.
Yep.
Or litmus test or whatever, to show how much society has changed, that we're willing to accept the representation of different groups in public compared to before when it was vastly looked down upon. So like on one hand,
It's better than nothing.
but on the other hand,
And they instantly strip all the rainbows out of their logos and like, actually, we're done.
that's the one. I've seen another post from someone saying this Pride season, keep an eye on which companies actually don't even try to do the rainbow capitalism and actively try not to market to the groups within the LGBT community.
Right.
Because of all of the changes that have happened in the States, it's less likely certain companies that have more right-leaning political ideologies will not be, you know, changing the icons and whatnot on their social media handles. You know,
Yep.
keep an eye out.
Nissan's under fire for that. I don't know if you heard that.
one?
The car company, car brand Nissan.
What the heck did Nissan do now?
Dang it, we should have,
should have had something up for this.
Yeah, dang it.
What are
Next
we,
time.
news guys or something? What? Oh.
What are we?
I did see some good news, though. Hold on. Star Wars related
Okay.
to breaking news. Misgendering is now a crime in Colorado. Governor Jared Polis signed HB 1312 into law Friday.
Huge, dude. Huge.
Last thing you see when you misgender someone in Colorado.
Oh. Dude, have you watched Andor yet?
No, I
Come
haven't watched
on,
Andor.
dude.
I know you keep telling me to watch Andor. I really like the Rogue One film, but you know my issues with it. And that's why I've been hesitant.
Fair enough.
But all I hear about Andor says really good.
Please watch Andor.
I did a breakdown for another movie for you recently, and you know how like hardcore I go in on analyzing things. Maybe
True,
I will,
yeah.
but I'm like, it's so exhausting to do that, dude. So I don't know. I'm gonna hold off for another night or two until I'm like bored.
All right, fair enough. Tell us in the comments, OT should watch Andor.
Come on now. Come on. All right, let's jump into it.
Let's jump into it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that last time, wasn't that?
Yeah.
It wasn't Markiplier, dude. You flippin' trolled me on that.
Philly D.
It's
Franco.
Philly D. Get filled in, guy.
Oh, yeah,
God
that's
dang
right.
it.
Get filled. Now you've been filled in. Oh, man.
Let's jump into it. I'm pretty sure he says that. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, I had the exact same reaction as this creator did when seeing the new poster for the Fantastic Four. So there's your preparation. Get ready. This is the new poster for Fantastic Four. And just, you all tell us what the first thing is that comes into mind when you see this, okay? Because I had the same reaction when I saw it, and then I saw this video, and I'm like, I need to save this.
Oh. That's interesting design choices.
All right, let's hear their take on it.
Oh, no.
Oh my god! Oh yeah. Which finger do you want tonight, babe?
Oh. No.
Dude, that was exactly my thought. Maybe I shouldn't admit to that, but like I looked at this one, I'm like, oh, that's clearly like I didn't think it was a real poster at first. And I'm like, oh, that's a swimmer, right? And then, oh, that one goes invisible. And then I was like, rock finger, wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, geez. I mean, is the fire one not phallic shaped? You can kind of see that going on there, right?
I mean, there's a few of them that can be, yeah. Definitely see that. Yeah, with the tip and the.
With the tip. Okay. Oh my God. Let's move on.
Don't say tip. Come on.
Oh God, don't say tip. Dude, I love this trend so much. Have you seen this one where they where someone's filming like their relative and they're like, oh, try this chip, it's so zesty. And they're like, oh, I don't think it's that zesty. And they eat it and they're like, oh my God, it's so zesty. Have you seen that?
I haven't, dude. Show me. Show me this.
Here's their take on it.
Okay.
Dad, these lemon bars are kind of zesty. You should try them.
Okay, let me try. I'm not doing it.
She just pulled the filter out on him. Oh my God.
That's real zesty.
Very zesty.
Jeez.
And then yeah, they're birdhouses. What do you think?
Oh.
Do not leave me alone with the Mario and Luigi birdhouse. Do not.
Shrek.
Was that Dobby in there too?
Why?
That was Dobby in there. Oh my God, dude.
Dude,
Too
that's gonna
good.
scare the birds away.
I think so, right? Isn't seeing like something that they can recognize as a face something that's gonna spook them? It's gonna do the opposite of bringing them on board.
Yeah, it's like a scarecrow type
Yeah. How do scarecrows work? Crows generally seem chill with them. I don't know.
deal. Crows, because crows are freaking smart, but other birds are like, oh heck no, that's a person standing there with a gun probably.
My takeaway from this one was I couldn't stop laughing. Watch this. All right, so tiger, roar, and he's like, no, on his shirt. Oh, I'm gonna march over like I'm gonna do something, and then yeah. The same because like, what are you gonna do, buddy? But something that somebody else pointed out to me in the comments, and I can't unsee it now, is like, bro definitely skipped leg day.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness. And his upper body is huge. Like, you know, congrats to him. But
Yeah, he's built
but
up
like,
top.
does he really think he's gonna take on a tiger?
The toxic masculinity of like trying to fight something in a cage that can't help itself. Like,
Damn, dude. All right, you took that to another level. I was just thinking the idiocy of like one guy thinking he could take on, like the argument of can 100 guys take on a gorilla? Squash that idea immediately, unless you tucker him out first. But like, how are you gonna do that? Come on. Oh yeah, maybe the 100th guy. Maybe he's tired by the 100th
Yeah.
guy. I still
No.
don't know. But like, have you seen the videos of the guys that are professional bodybuilders, very heavy, very strong, and they're doing tug of war with tigers? And it's one tiger on the end of the rope and like 12 guys on the other side, and the 12 guys can't beat the tiger.
that's so epic. Yes, dude.
Dude, the pattern recognition instantly. Hawk to this way. We gotta go. We gotta go. They are going that way.
Oh man,
When that meme first dropped, oh, it was so funny for an afternoon.
dude, it was banger for like an hour, and then just nosedive.
After that, I was like, all right, we're moving on, gang. Like, we got other stuff to do. But people made it their whole personality. They bought shirts, they got bumpers, tattoos, dude.
They bought the coin, dude. The Hawk to a coin, man.
The crypto coin, the Hawk to a coin, just such a rug pull. I'm not entirely convinced she knew about it, but it seemed like the people that she worked with, she jumped on that a little bit too quickly. And then they did the rug pull as the massive benefactors of that and kind of left her high and dry holding the bag. But I love the clip of her going, okay, well, that's enough. Gonna go to bed now.
Yep.
Talk to you guys later.
Yeah. CoffeeZilla was in there, like being like, "Hey, like, time to answer some questions, y'all. Like, who's getting paid here?" She's like, "Well, hey, sorry to interrupt. I'm going to bed.
Yes.
Good night."
That's how do you remember that so well?
Because, like, I don't know. I really got into that. Like, you know,
There's like a little anime character saying it. That's why it stuck out to me initially when I heard it. I'm like, that seems fake.
it's so funny.
Then I found out it was real, and that's her voice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oops. Going to bed. See you tomorrow.
All right, animal break time. Here we go.
Here we go.
You ever seen these videos? People just stretch their cats.
Oh, the stretchy cats. I haven't seen this. Aw.
I know a fun fact about
But they
Siamese
love
cats.
it.
Their
Yes.
fur is temperature color changing, and if they're healthy,
That's
they look like this.
cool.
And then if they're unhealthy, the fur goes back to light, or the inverse. I can't remember.
okay.
I'm pretty sure. But like the heat
Either way,
changes the
color
of their fur.
changing, temp changing cats.
Yeah,
That's so nuts.
How cool is that, dude? Have you ever seen somebody pet nurse sharks as if they're puppies? Dude, they just climb onto the dock and they wait for people to pet them.
Oh,
I
what?
love sharks so much.
They're like sunbathing. Give me a little rubs.
The first time I swam with sharks, which was accidentally when I was snorkeling, They were nurse sharks, and they were so chill. They just didn't bother us. They just swam around, looked around, and then left.
Okay, so it wasn't a bad thing. Like, oh, accidentally, there's sharks in this water.
And then I died, Salty. It ate me, and I died.
And then you died.
I want to highlight the bravery of this woman who's doing her very first vlog ever. It's actually really impressive that she took this footage and decided to publish it. Even if Batman himself was torturing me, this would have never left my drafts. I would have not have shown a single other human being, let alone the entire internet. If you feel like I've sufficiently prepped you, no, I haven't. Okay, just get ready.
Okay.
It's gonna be a hard 30 seconds, dude. It's only 20 seconds. It's gonna be a hard 20 seconds. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Here we go.
Dude, it's straight up a cockroach. It's just a cockroach climbing through her hair the whole time. Oh my god, like the same way a spider would fall onto you out of a tree or something as you're leaving your house and you don't realize till you get to the office. In the same way, she's trying to do her first vlog ever, and it's just climbing all around through her hair. And I've watched the vlog, and she's snipped out those moments, thank goodness. She's going to get her drone license for the first time. She seems cool. But like, oh my goodness, dude. Oh my. I would not have told anyone. I wouldn't have shown anyone. Holy.
Yeah, that would not make it public in any. No, I wouldn't even show you. Like, look what happened. Nope.
I wouldn't even leave the shower after that. I would just stay in there until my skin was scalding. All right, animal break after that one. Holy heck. Do you like cats?
Cats are pretty chill. I've gone to like them a lot more.
I like cats.
Yeah, they're chill.
I like cats. Like this person likes cats. But I would be equally surprised if this happened.
Oh my goodness. I want the cat.
If you think it's going to stop there.
Wow, dude.
If you think it's going to stop there. Oh, also the butt wiggles of the ducks, that means they're happy. How cool is that? Look, straight up chicken. There are chickens on the ground. And
what is going on here?
And there's herons?
Where is this? This is nuts. There's like a cat chilling with them all too.
I can only think that they're probably used to people feeding them in the parking lot, or maybe feeding the cat so they follow the cat, which makes it less cute, but at the same time, like, oh, the birds.
That's a wide variety of birds. That's so cool.
I would think I was in a Disney movie at that point if that happened.
Yeah, for real.
Salty, I'm gonna show you something, and afterwards you're gonna be a changed man. And I think I apologize in advance for this, especially if anybody else is not listening to the audio only and is watching the screen and is about to see what I'm gonna hit play on.
Alan Watts. I love Alan Watts. Oh my goodness, dude.
How did they get that much PVA glue? Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good. Okay. So they're doing a photo shoot and this is in slow motion.
That's like, a lot of glue. I hope they use that. That's a lot of wastage.
Have you heard about the drama in the glue community?
No, I don't even know what PVA is. You're throwing all these terms at me.
Oh, I'm just referencing Art Attack. Don't worry. There's going to be like 5 people in the chat that know what Art Attack is. Did you know that Neil Buchanan, who was the original Mr. Art Attack, is actually playing in a metal band?
No. Say what?
Well, you don't know who he is, but like I'm talking to chat.
No,
they're going to know.
Don't.
Anywho, so in the glue community, there is a group of individuals that buy a ton of glue to make slime with. And Elmer's glue, which is the most common one for people to get to make slime out of, has changed their recipe.
Okay.
And it has made it less slimeable.
Oh, yeah.
Because they realized they had a big market of people that they could market their new product to, which is add this to our glue to make slime. Whereas people just used to throw together some borax and some dish soap and some coloring and boom, they would have slime if they added that to glue.
Right.
Now they have to use the specially formulated by the company product.
Oh, no.
Boo, capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism.
Haktua on that.
Dang it, man. Makes sense though, like, you know, capitalism and stuff, but rude.
That was some of the fun drama I wanted to share with you. Dude, I know that you like to work on renovating houses. Would you like some quick tips on how to do some drywall around a corner?
Oh, always, dude. Corner drywall? That's the worst.
There is a special technique.
Okay.
Go real slow. Lots of screws.
Oh my gosh. just we'll plaster it. It's fine. We'll you know. No.
Got really good tile setters. So
No.
not gonna be a problem.
Dude, even as a joke, why would you do this? And it's almost 3 minutes long of him doing this. Fully, look at this. He's so
Brutal,
committed.
dude.
Oh my
If you
god.
are
And he's gonna have to spackle that so much.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
god,
little
is that in a
spackle.
shower?
We're good, dude.
Is that a shower, Steve?
Oh, that is a shower.
Obviously, use
Oh,
taping
don't
mud.
use that much.
Duh.
He's gonna need the whole pot of mud just for that.
Like it didn't
Stop,
even
he's
spread
taping.
good. No,
stop.
that's not gonna
Oh,
be smooth. No, with his hands.
The big cracks.
This
I
hurts
need to see
so
where it
bad.
goes. Hold on.
Like that. The
That's
plaster
horrendous.
technique.
It's smoothing out though. I
No,
mean,
it's not, dude.
not
You
really,
need to
no,
fill in all
it's
those
not.
flat areas with
That's
it.
not bad.
That's horrible.
I think
No.
once we
not
sand
bad.
that and put
Once
a
we
little
sand it.
waterproofing on it, tile setters will be able to handle it. Get a nice.
Oh, I can't. We're done. We're done. We're done. Oh, they're gonna put tile on top of it. Okay, that's slightly more workable.
No, it's still gonna be. There's gonna be dips and pits in it. It's not now.
It's gonna look like those people that tried to renovate that fireplace by putting just a ton of spackle on it onto the raw stones.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok drama, dude, there's this new rabbit hole I've fallen down recently of someone who I was relatively convinced they were just faking it for clout until other people also started fessing up to it, thinking the same thing. And now I'm of two minds. So just prepare yourself.
Okay.
I kept thinking, how funny would it be if after all that couch drama, my couches were not blue, they were gray. So I was like, I asked my husband, told him what happened, and he said, well, you know the couches are gray. No,
I'm
they're
throwing
not.
you
They're blue.
halfway
And I'm like,
through
you're
the drama,
gaslighting me
dude.
because
You don't have
obviously
any
this video
context
blew
for what's
up and
going
you
on.
think it's funny.
Just get ready.
And so I sent
Okay.
a picture to a couple people, and they're like, honey, your couch is gray.
What color is this couch, dude?
That's gray.
That's gray. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
gray.
Absolutely gray.
She's gonna do
Blue.
a color comparison.
Blue. Blue.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Stop it.
Blue.
It's all blue.
Stop it. No.
Blue.
I was
Okay,
so
hold on.
convinced off the
It
first
doesn't
couple
look
videos
as
she was
blue
faking
coming
it.
through the camera as it does in person, but that's not gray. That's blue, right?
Oh no.
Oh,
She might
my
need to get her
gosh.
eyes checked. Oh no. Don't you hate when you find stuff out like
But
that?
she's not even the only person that's posting the video where she
Oh.
thinks that specific couch is blue when it's actually gray.
It's like worse than the
couch lady
dress.
said that people were telling her that you could download an app called Be My Eyes where people could help you with good vision and they could
Have you heard of that?
I have, yeah. Yep.
Well, for anybody in the chat who hasn't heard of it, Salty, geez Louise, you can pretend to be ignorant.
What? What is it? What does it mean?
Oh, Salty, no problem. Let me tell you. So it's an application that you download for anybody who's hard of vision, and they can use the application kind of like FaceTime, so they can connect with random strangers, and they can show them like, let's say they're in a grocery aisle and they want to find one specific item. It's difficult for them to see, so then whoever's on the end of the phone, they can actually help them identify specific things.
Super handy.
So that's what she's talking about with the Be My Eyes.
Such a cool program.
Oh, and anybody can volunteer for that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
with good vision and they could tell you like what the real color was, that you could download an app called Be My Eyes where people could help you with good vision and they could tell you like what the real color was of things if she was shopping or something. And she was like, I'm already on that app, but I help people.
Oh no.
She said, I don't
No.
think you can switch. She's been helping out people, telling them what things
She's stupid. No.
Okay, and that is the most ironic thing
Misinformation.
because she also, her day job, she said, was she picks out living room sets for people.
No.
And her mom really wanted a blue living room, so she got her a blue couch. And it turns out it was a gray couch the whole time, and her mom just didn't say anything. That is so many coincidences.
Oh no.
These comments are just too
Are you responsible for the millennial gray in people's homes thinking it's blue? Dude, do you know who started the millennial gray thing?
No.
God dang Gen X. You know how I know that? Millennial gray was happening in the early 2000s when no millennial could afford a home.
Oh, man.
Get out of here. It's just like when they started coming up in the world, it's like, oh, okay, so the early 20-year-olds, let's blame it on them, as we did with everything else, like killing the napkin industry and the diamond industry and avocado toast and brunch. Oh, dude, this creator takes episodes of Caillou. I don't know if you've seen this show, and they dub over it and give their own commentary. It's so good. It's a terrible show for children.
Okay.
If you have children out there, don't show them Caillou. Show them Bluey. Bluey's a great show.
Bluey's good. Bluey's good.
Okay, so this is called Rosie Bothers Caillou. And as you can see, boom, she's bothering him. Now, at first he didn't mind that much, because what's a 2-year-old gonna do, right? Like, she's just sitting there. But then, get this. Boom! Rosie, what the
Yes.
Now I'm knocking over your wall. You gonna cry about it, loser? What the hell is your problem? That's it. That's it. You're gone. Get out and give me my blocks back. Now! I'm being serious. Get back here. I'm gonna kill you! I want
it's so
Rosie
good.
dead. She destroyed my buildings and stole my
Dead.
blocks. I don't blame her. When's the last time you tried to include her? If I include her in anything, she messes it up. She's 2. She's not as advanced as you are. Get used to it. But Mommy. No, you're in the wrong for this. You pushed her away for so long. She's built up a resentment towards you. Shut
Dude,
up.
they nail
Rosie
it.
didn't do anything wrong. After some time.
The screams. The screams.
Dude, they're so committed. This whole video is over 2 minutes, and they have dozens of these.
They nail it. They get the voices to the mouth movement like on point. That's huge. That's so good.
And hearing it with like an adult voice, I mean, he's not dropping the F-bomb in the actual episode, but you can tell how ridiculous this child is and how bad of a TV show it is for children. Because like even the resolutions by the end don't really teach the kid the good behaviors.
Yeah.
They just show 20 minutes of bad behaviors followed by a minute of him being like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have acted like that. What's the message takeaway for kids?
Nothing good from this.
Nothing.
What happened to Arthur, man?
What happened to Arthur? Oh no, dude. Hold on. I'm pulling up something which means we're only a couple videos away from getting into the heavy stuff. Are you going to be ready?
Here we go, dude. We got to do it. We got to talk about it.
Pucker up. No, don't pucker up. Hold on. Prepare yourselves. All right, only 2 more TikToks until the news. This, I feel like, is probably happening right now and a sign of the end times.
Some Wally stuff.
Dude, it's so good.
Why does that just remind me of Wally? Like, oh no.
Reminds you of Wally? With all the aliens that were in Wally?
No, but the people in their chairs and their
Oh,
and
it
their
does look like the
food
people from Wally. Yeah,
dispensers
you're right. I didn't see that at first, but especially with this guy. Ah.
Dude, these animations are fire. Dude, those are so good.
Can't wait to watch the whole series. Everybody should follow that creator. They're really funny. All right, dude, time for the news articles. Are you prepared?
I'm ready. We got some stuff to talk about. Let's go.
Yeah, you sent me like 12 different news articles. All right, what's this first one? They morph like liquid metal. Scientists reveal mini robot swarm that shapeshifts just like in sci-fi movies. Okay, dude.
Groundbreaking innovation in robotics. A swarm of tiny robots work together to create a dynamic, moving material that can change its shape, become stronger, and remodel itself. The robots use fluctuations in signals to behave like a living, breathing material, mimicking the behavior of smart materials. Researchers are scaling up the system, aiming to create automorphic structures and medical devices that can change shape and deliver treatments inside the body. Imagine a robot like moving around in your insides, like fixing multiple things.
Dude, this misled me. This picture is an illustration illustration of a tiny swarm, okay? But if I scroll down here, it says each robot is about the size of a hockey puck.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that ain't gonna
We're a little
work.
bit far away from them going inside of my body, I'll tell you that.
Not as advanced as it might have seemed.
Minor variations from robot movement made the difference between a fixed, rigid shape and a fluid, flexible form. Okay, but it's the size of a hockey puck. Dude, you know what really irks me? And I've talked to you about this before, but like any nanotechnology in futuristic movies, it bugs me so much because they want to be fantasy so bad. They just want to have magic. They want a Deus Ex Machina this situation and have like the magic fix come in and do everything for them.
Okay.
And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but Terminator 2 is the best. Is it though? Is it? He's just liquid, okay? The limitations of the first Terminator made it more scary and made it far more visceral and real. Like, okay, I can admit the special effects in the second one are phenomenal. It's really impressive what they were able to do, especially for the time.
It's good.
But god dang it, just throwing in random nanotech everywhere all the time, especially for budgetary reasons, like in the Marvel movies.
It is kind of a throwaway. Okay.
All of the Iron Man suits. But remember in the first one, he built it with scraps in a cave.
Yeah.
And then he like built stuff in his home, and it was like, it still need the physical parts. And then by the second one, he had like one in a suitcase, but you could tell it was a lot weaker because it was a lot thinner. It couldn't do as much.
Right.
But then by the third movie, he was like, oh, if I tap my helmet, I mean, it's not even a helmet. If I tap this thing on my lapel, all of a sudden I have a whole metal suit on me. Same thing with Spider-Man when he's like, oh, if I look at this funny, then it like goes liquids all over me. Why? Budget.
It's easy
because they didn't want to keep physically making the suits. They literally just green screened it onto them.
And it still makes sense, but like, yeah, nanobots being being that small is definitely not possible right now. That's like talking about like the size of atoms.
It's just it's so pointless, and it's so clear why they're doing it, and it irks me to no end.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
Boo,
Dude,
nanotechnology. Boo. Just might as well say it's magic. And I don't want to hear anybody in the comments saying, oh, but any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's my point. At this point, it's just magic. And including that in your future movie where you're like, no, it's actually sci-fi, it's not a fantasy film, is ridiculous.
Fair enough. It's been done enough. Do something else.
Oh, the dogs of Chernobyl are experiencing rapid evolution, studies suggest. Dude, are they getting radioactive and turning into like giant radioactive wasteland dogs?
Yeah, like 6 legs, like faster running.
Come on, you sent me this article. What's up?
Well, let's read the article.
For decades, scientists have studied animals in or near the Chernobyl nuclear plant to see the raised level of radiation, how it affected their health, growth, and evolution. A study analyzed the DNA of 302 feral dogs living near the power plant, compared the animals to others living 10 miles away, and found remarkable differences. While the study doesn't prove that the radiation is the cause of these differences, the data provides important first steps in analyzing these irradiated populations. That's interesting. I actually do know that they're not making 6-legged dogs out there. I watched a bit of a documentary and I've been reading about them for a hot minute, because there's a group of animal welfare people that go into the radiation zone and they scoop up as many dogs as possible. They take them into town, they pet them, they feed them, and then they neuter them and then send them back out in the wasteland because they can't stay around people. They're radioactive.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
One part of me is like, I don't know if that's a good trade-off, okay? You get one meal and you get snipped and then you get thrown back into the woods. Dude, they're so sweet, too. If you've ever seen any footage of these dogs, they're so sweet when they interact with people. They're descendants of pets and they just want to be loved.
I mean, we feed them. They've got to be sweet, you know? That's how they evolved. They're like, wait, humans give us food. They're good.
Did you know that dogs evolved eyebrow muscles and the ability to flex their eyebrows to mirror human communication because we selectively bred them? We made dogs evolve facial expressions.
That's wild.
Wild.
Man's best friend, dude. But they evolved with us, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, this was the other thing that I want to talk to you about Chernobyl. I'll just do it real briefly. There's a fungus that's developing that's eating the radiation in the plant.
I think that's amazing. That needs more studies.
Spooky is that? Look at this. This is a dish of it. They just scoop some out.
It's living on the radiation. What
Which is nice.
Is going on?
I hope at some point they could do the same thing for plastics and then release into the ocean so we can get rid of all the garbage island and everything that's floating out there and all that goddamn microplastic. If I could have an injection of fungus into my bloodstream right now that would take out all of the plastic from my balls, I would be very happy. Did you know that there is not an insignificant amount of plastic in your testicles right now?
There is. I've read the scary scary reports on that.
We'll spend a whole
wanna think
episode on
about
that
it, man.
sometime, talking about all of the plastiques that are in everybody's body and how it's tainting all of the water supplies. But right now, we want to focus on the fun.
Yeah.
It's only the second episode, okay, everybody? We're gonna do scattershot, and we'll get more focus later on. But I think this is cool, even though I'm afraid of mushrooms.
It's so cool. The fungi that seem to thrive where the radiation was the highest. So it's like big radiation, we're going over there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, you need to tell me about this. What is going on? They found a giant woolly rat.
Yeah, so they've known about it for 30 years, but it's never been like filmed or like, you know, there hasn't been a lot of information about it. But the species weighs around 4.4 pounds, 2 kilograms, and it stretches 33 inches from tip to tail. That's 85 centimeters. First time seen in over 30 years. The very first video of the species using camera traps on Mount Wilhelm. That's the tallest peak in Papua New Guinea. Discovery highlights the biodiversity of tropical mountains and the importance of protecting refuges above 10,000 feet to preserve ancient lineages. Dude, a woolly rat. What?
Science overlooked the animal until 1989. So, yeah, okay, so we've known about it for a little bit.
Yeah, they thought it was like a dinosaur.
But you sent me footage of it alive and out and about in the wild. Oh, there it is.
Dude, huge.
Oh, it's huge.
4.5 pounds, like 2 kilograms. That's big. That's a big rat, dude.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Have you ever seen a nutria?
No. What is that?
Dude, check this out. When they talk about giant rats in the sewers in New York, do you think they're talking about these?
Good Lord, dude. That's a freaking capybara.
Yeah, so, okay,
Capybara.
cool. They found a giant woolly rat. Look at this!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. That tail is like thicker than my wrist.
Dude, you can't even grip the tail.
Gigantic.
It's huge.
Nutria! Hell yeah. Dude, I love capybaras.
Yeah, cappies are awesome.
Capybaras are so sweet and they're friends with everybody. They're friend-shaped.
That thing is very scary, though. That's huge.
All right, back to the news. What else you send me? Oh my God. Walk me through this one. What happened?
So Duolingo CEO Louis Von On has expressed surprise. What? Surprise? At the backlash he faced after boasting about replacing human workers with AI. What?
I did not expect the amount of blowback. Dude, they bragged about firing their contractors who work like translating and giving context to different sentences, languages, and words from the application so they could streamline the process with AI. And you thought everybody would be chill with that?
Yeah,
and, like,
they bragged about it.
Why?
Well, I didn't expect the amount of blowback I would get from this.
Even AI, when I Google stuff, isn't good enough to tell me the nuances of stuff properly. It still tells me to go kill myself. Like this one. I'm feeling depressed. AI overview. There are many things you can try to deal with your depression. One user on Reddit suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge.
No, dude.
Like, are you kidding me? Oh my God. AI is nonsense. We all know it as the end users, but for some reason, the god dang business owners and people in the corporate ownership class think it's a good idea because they could save a few dollars. Well, let's see how that karma played out for Mr. CEO of Duolingo.
Von On has since walked back his earlier statements saying that, AI is a tool to accelerate the work, not replace human employees. And that many contractors will be offered new jobs. Yeah, that's what I meant.
We'll hire them back. We promise.
Well, we promise.
Okay, buddy.
I didn't expect this blowback. Jeez.
Look, we gave them 1 hour a week instead of 10 hours a week. Look, what a good compromise. We're doing good. We're doing well. Come on.
That's so funny.
What a dink. Dude, everybody deleted Duolingo. I deleted Duolingo. I used to sing their praises, especially with the bird memes getting so popular. Remember when the bird died a month ago? The corona?
Yeah.
And we all memed on it. I posted about it on Twitter. Little did I know they were just predicting the future for 1 month later.
Yikes, dude. Yikes.
And now we get to the stuff, dude. Now we get to the heavier stuff that has been plaguing us all week.
What's going on?
I saw this fly by my timeline. Not only has he said a bunch of ridiculous things, like that if America wasn't involved in World War I, the world would have lost it and everybody in America would be speaking German and Japanese because he doesn't know which side the Japanese fought for during World War I.
Oh, no.
Dude's a president. Oh my God. He also ordered military bases to be named things like Robert E. Lee again after Biden had changed them, because he was like, yeah, maybe we don't name things after the South that lost. Maybe we don't name it after people who literally didn't want to be part of America and wanted to continue slavery. And then Trump's like, if Biden did it, I must reverse it. Also, white supremacy is based. I bet that's what Trump would say for sure.
That's so frustrating.
What a dinkleberry. However, we do have some good news regarding him. He got in a fight with Elon Musk. Dude, I had to fight the urge to not jump in a recording with you that day when it was happening.
Right.
I wanted to it to simmer for a little bit before we started talking about it.
Yeah.
But immediately after the feud started, then other things started popping off, and I'm like, oh my God, everybody's getting distracted.
And this is just like gaining and gaining and gaining, and like dads are fighting.
Dads are fighting. Oh, dude, did you see the meme after their tweets started flying? Even AOC got in on the
Any
meme.
quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they?
Yeah.
The girls are fighting.
That's so good.
And I knew if I didn't take some screenshots of tweets, for like this one, for example, that has now been deleted, that I would lose the record of them forever, and it was too good not to grab them. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So good.
It is.
Oh my God, I saw this one and I thought it was real for half of a second, and then I realized the lack of capitalization and random misspellings weren't there, so this clearly couldn't be his. Elon parted ways with my administration after a very tense meeting about travel to Mars. Elon discussed how he planned to have women on board the spaceship and the need for sleeping areas because of the implication. He never explained what that meant, and to be honest, I found it very strange. We asked him to leave that meeting. There are laws, Elon, even in space.
Oh, it's so silly.
Anybody who's watched Sunny knows what he's talking about. I nearly died when I saw this. What do you mean you don't love each other anymore?
JD Vance.
Because he's watching his two dads divorce, you know, right in front of him.
Baby Vance.
And this is building on a previous meme where people just Photoshop him to be a strange boy eating candy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cheeks. Too good, dude.
So good.
I finally love that people are grabbing onto something to make fun of. Like even the Taco Don stuff. I'm glad that they started finding a thing that they could stick on him. And he got so defensive too. He's like, I don't check it out. That's a very rude and nasty thing to say.
So
Never
funny.
say that ever
So
again.
good.
But the other tweets that were being fired off, look at this one. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars. Nobody was forced to buy electric cars, but it was nice that they could be cheaper. But it'd be nicer if they were actually cheap, like how they do in China. Do you know if brand new cars can be 10K?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's nuts.
Like 16,000 vehicles in, what was it, like a week span? And just flooded the market with them, and they're all EVs.
Yeah, like 8 to 10K.
Dude, I wish. Plus the battery changing stations. A lot of people don't buy EVs now because they're worried about when the battery degrades over time, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
But now in China, you can pull up to a battery changing station when you're out of power and it will just swap the battery. How cool is that?
That's huge.
God dang it. That forced everyone to buy his electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy.
He just went crazy, dude. That's a real tweet from the president.
So how did he go crazy? Let's see. Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public.
Sheesh.
Have a nice day, DJT.
Wild, dude.
Oh my God.
Wild, dude.
My timeline has been infected by Elon. I've been following Donald Trump since I started making videos about him in like 2019, where I do a silly voice and I read out his tweets. 'Cause I thought we were all in on the joke that he's just an absolute ridiculous person. And then he got banned off the platform. So I was like, okay, I won't touch that. And then he got unbanned and I was like, oh, I guess he's back. But people ask me sometimes, like, why do you follow Donald Trump? I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my, you clearly haven't watched all my videos.
Yeah, following doesn't mean that we like...
Follows are not endorsed. We're trying to stay on top of the news. We're now news guys, professional news guys.
It's content. Hey.
Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. I think he's deleted these, actually. Ian Miles Chong said, President versus Elon. Who wins? My money's on Elon. And Elon quote tweeted that, said, yes. Like, okay, buddy. All right, people are glazing you. Chill out.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
And then I didn't have time to grab these, dude, but I saw them flying by on TikTok. But the first part, this screenshot here, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51 to 49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude.
It's such ingratitude.
Reading that reminded me of this video here. And I don't know if you've seen this before, but I'll hit play for you.
Okay.
And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote-counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good.
Maybe it's unrelated.
So thank you to Elon.
Oh, never mind. Oh, really? Okay.
Wild.
So maybe it's tied in. And it wasn't even the only time he said that. He kept saying it on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
Over and over again, being like, Elon and his computers and his computer knowledge. Y'all won't need to vote ever again after you vote this time. And also, you don't need to vote this time. We've got the votes. Don't worry about it. And like the whole time, we're all like, he's saying in public. We can see him saying that this election is rigged. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go full tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but there's some lawsuits going on right now in the States regarding recounts because numbers are not numbering.
Right.
The down ballot votes are not matching what the presidential votes were in specific counties that were really integral to the election. So there's some fishy stuff going on. I'm following those lawsuits. As soon as I have an update, I will tell everybody.
Keep us updated.
For those of you that haven't been paying attention, and to those of you that have more than 2 brain cells fighting for third place, I present to you the great falling out of Ketamine Karen and Dimension Dawn. As we all predicted, this was going to be the final result of 2 egomaniacs clashing heads with a fight for power. And due to Ketamine Karen being higher than one of their own rocket ships, they think it's a wise idea to start throwing out spitballs like this.
Dude, the way that Elon fired back after Trump said he was removing the EV credits too, and I can't find this tweet either because they keep deleting stuff. He said he was going to disassemble the rocket that NASA uses to bring stuff to the ISS. Okay, cool. Time to nationalize SpaceX, I guess.
Yeah.
Just bring it under the wing of NASA. America, you can do this. Nationalize more stuff, for goodness sakes, please. Not everything needs to be in private ownership. It needs to be public.
Yep. Agreed.
Do you know NASA used to be 1% of the U.S. budget? And now it's so massively underfunded and they keep firing people. It's like, y'all used to go to the moon. What happened, man? Do you know what Canada's contribution to the space station was?
I have no idea.
A gigantic robotic arm. It's actually pretty cool. It's called the Canada arm.
Okay.
The Canada arm. And it would just like reach out and it would grab packages and it would move stuff around. It was really sweet. I don't know. We're all proud of it. We used to watch it on TV when I was in school.
Probably like trillions of dollars.
Yeah. It was very expensive. Dude, ice lately.
Yeah.
I can't wait for ice to melt. But also, did you know they're supremely incompetent?
I can pick that up a little bit.
Not allowed to use that.
Oh, filming with their personal phone. Can't do that. Called out immediately and then freaked out.
Professionalism. Yikes. Whoa.
Constantly wearing masks. Isn't it interesting that now that COVID is over, they can suddenly breathe through their masks?
Yeah.
I would be horrified to interact with any cops while COVID was going on, because it's not over, but like before any of the vaccines started rolling out, they were constantly breathing in people's faces and getting too close and like spit was coming out and stuff. They were definitely vectors of transmission. Recording people again, personal phones. Uh-oh.
Bad news.
Going inside active courtrooms.
Jeez.
You know why he's doing that? He's trying to find people they can scoop up.
So bad.
Yep. Using their pens to hide their identification, using their pockets to hide their identification.
You ain't giving me a name and badge number? That's illegal. No.
You do have. Then sue me? Well, how will we figure out who you are? God dang it.
Yeah, like mask on. Yeah.
This creator had some similar thoughts to how I was thinking about things when ICE is specifically going after people that are trying to do the right thing and who are not in the country illegally to try to boost their deportation numbers.
We have information that undocumented immigrants might be here. Nah, this is a work site. And undocumented immigrants are freeloaders, allegedly, so they wouldn't be here. We have information from the IRS that says otherwise. You're working with the IRS now? Yeah, apparently undocumented immigrants pay a lot of taxes, so the IRS has their information. Well, everybody's on lunch, so you're not gonna find anybody here. Whatever, I guess I'll just go to the courthouse then. Why would you go there? Easy targets. A lot of migrants go to immigration court hearings, so we just arrest them there. So you complain about people not doing things the right way, but when they do, you punish them and arrest them? You contradict yourself with everything. What do you mean? You say undocumented immigrants are on welfare, but you show up to workplaces. My bad, it's actually refugees like the white South Africans we just brought over that are getting benefits. You say they aren't paying taxes, but you go to the IRS for tax information. Oh yeah, they pay about $100 billion in taxes a year. You also say they're criminals, yet you're the one covering your face.
God dang it, dude. The contradictions will never end. It's the same thing. It's the same thing over and over and over again. They constantly do this. They constantly say that whatever the enemy of today is, whatever the culture war thing is, that they're both simultaneously incredibly weak and easy to make fun of, but also so strong and something to really worry about. The same thing that we see with how they talk about trans people being in the military. Like, oh, they're so weak, they shouldn't be in the military, they can't serve, but then also too strong simultaneously to be in sports.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
The contradictions.
It's bad.
And we're seeing the same thing with the contradictions with how immigrants are, supposedly not following the law, never showing up to court dates, and then the ones that they're specifically targeting to deport from the country are in the courthouses, and even the judges are like, hey, whoa, hold on, let me let you out the back door, which they're legally allowed to do. Then they arrest judges. Just miss me with all that.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Wild stuff, dude.
Judges breaking the law? How? They are the law. They're doing the law. They set the law.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about, dude? And they're snatching people up as soon as their lawyers aren't present. It's just, they know what they're doing. They're trying to get the numbers.
It's gross.
But thank goodness everybody is actually documenting everything that's going on. I would feel a little bit bummed out if they weren't.
Yeah.
And something that I saw that happened recently is incredibly cool. People on Reddit have started posting when ICE is moving, so that protests can spontaneously pop up in the streets to try to stop the procession of their vehicles kidnapping
Let's
people.
go.
Straight up Redditors are in the streets, man. You gotta worry when they get there.
Right?
How did you know this was happening?
Reddit. Sheesh.
I appreciate everybody who's being safe out there. I hope if you are going to events, you are staying safe.
Lawful protests.
Follow the guides that people put online for how to attend the protest safely.
Yep.
And you were going to tell me about a specific event that was coming up this weekend.
Donald Trump's attempt to suppress protests have backfired as evidence of the burgeoning No Kings demonstrations.
Do you know why they're calling it No Kings? He's trying to have a gigantic military parade on his birthday. Look at this procession of tanks.
Yeah.
They're literally shipping tanks across the country so he can have a giant military parade in honor of himself. Where have we seen this before, North Korea? Where have we seen this before?
It hurts so bad. Large-scale No Kings protests planned for June 14th this Saturday, overshadowing Trump's military parade and representing a significant escalation of anti-Trump activism.
Hell yeah.
Let's freaking go, dude.
Absolutely.
Big.
You gonna be out there for No Kings Day, or are you gonna be live streaming so people can stay on top of the news?
Might be live streaming, but I have a bunch of friends going to the No Kings protests on Saturday.
We actually know somebody who went to some of the protests that were happening even today. I think they're still out right now and they're filming the curfew. Mason, One Hand Politics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the dude that's been on like a ton of Jubilee episodes. We've also gamed with him. He's really chill. He's a good.
Yeah,
he's
Mason's
a nice
awesome.
guy.
Mason's awesome.
June 14th, already planned as a peaceful stand against authoritarian overreach on his birthday. And the gross abuse of power of the administration has shown. God dang, man. God dang.
Show the map at how many there is planned across the U.S.
No King's Day protests planned for Saturday. Holy dang.
Look at the explosion of events. Isn't that nuts, dude?
Do you know what this map looks like?
What?
It looks like, have you ever seen the maps where they overlay the missing persons cases with how many caves there are in the United States? It looks a little bit like that. I'm seeing some similar dot locations, okay?
Oh, no.
Have you ever seen The Descent?
No.
Oh, I'm adding that to our list of content that we're going to watch. Nobody spoil it in the comments, okay?
Don't spoil it.
The Descent is so, it goes so ham. Have you heard of The Missing 411?
Yes.
Okay. It's like that, but in a movie. So there's your prep. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we have to watch that.
But something does give me a bit of hope, dude, is seeing how many people are coming together on their own time, sometimes skipping work, sometimes skipping school, to protest this administration. Like this one was taken in Boston.
Yeah.
Just infinite numbers of people saying, yo, what's happening with ICE is not chill. What's happening to the government is not chill. We need to stop this before this goes further. I really hope that people recognize they have to do more than just vote to stop what's happening right now.
You have to exercise that right to get out there and protest.
And everybody that's doing this, that's actually going out there and saying, hell no, this is not what represents me and my country best. Absolute heroes. Massively respect
Huge numbers, massive heroes. Yeah, for sure.
Whoa, dude. All right. Does that put a cap on some of the more strong news that we were going to cover, and we could finally get back to our animal break?
Whew. Yeah, that puts it into perspective a little bit for anyone that's missed it, for sure.
Do you want to see how they MRI different animals?
Yeah. Yes.
This is a tropical fish going into an MRI, so they've wet a sponge and they put it in a bucket and they're just gonna walk it through there.
How smart. Through the MRI.
There's a cat and they've got it strapped.
Dude, I hope they have good insurance.
Oh
That's
my
like, those are expensive.
Oh my god! Look at this. Oh, it's shoot. What's this type of lizard again?
Monitor.
No, it's not. This is not a I had to do a double take, dude. This is not a monitor.
I don't know. I threw it out there.
I mean, okay, you made me do a double take, though, because with the darker patterns and longer, thinner body.
I don't know my lizards. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, don't tell anyone. Okay. Next one.
Next one. Move it up.
Dude, this is a...
No, the poor thing, the tape on the neck. No.
The poor little pudgy. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
And a giraffe. Oh, my God, this is a giraffe skull.
Whoa, dude. Look at all the
Have you
nerves.
ever fed a giraffe?
Yeah, I have actually. The slimy tongue.
Do you know how long their tongues are?
I don't have the exact metric on hand, but
13 inches. 13-inch purple tongue.
That's
oh my God.
A lot of tongue.
If I could be blessed in my next life, it's with a 13-inch tongue.
Yeah.
For eating ice cream. Dude, look at this little guy.
Aw, you're trapped. You're not moving. You sit there and look pretty for your picture.
If you have an aggressive kitten that's not behaving, you can swaddle them the same way and they like chill out.
Right?
Like, but then they calm down.
Yeah. So sweet.
Oh, dang, dude.
Whoa.
Gigantic snake throwing it in there.
Yeah, gotta layer it up.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
No, the poor thing. This is
What is it?
torture. Is it a hedgehog?
It's a hedgehog, dude.
Dude.
In the non-spiky soft belly side. Oh, that's such a good owner taking them in. Oh.
Aw.
Are they hamsters? I think those are hamsters. And they're
Okay.
just in little
Two at a
tubes.
time. Hey, we'll save money.
And then, god dang, a
Whoa.
gigantic. Is that tuna?
Like
Are
a
they putting
tuna or
through
like
the
a
machine?
marlin or something. I don't know. It's a big fish.
That's a big fish.
Yeah.
And then I saved this video specifically for you. Do you like deer?
I love deer.
I love deer, dude. I want to go out and feed deer so bad. We have tons of deer here.
What kind
You
of
can't
deer?
Feed them. They will kill you.
Like mule
What kind of
deer or like
The
white-tailed deer?
brown ones.
Okay, brown ones. Maybe mule deer.
They're deer. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, they're deer. There's multiple kinds of
Expect me
deer.
to know things? Dude, there are gaps in my knowledge. We have to respect this.
Fair enough.
Give me my crackers fucking shit.
What? Attack. Oh, Bambi. Get him. Get him, Bambi. So good.
dang. I think this is a deer in Japan because it keeps bowing. The way that you're really polite in Japan when you're meeting somebody is you bow to someone to show
Okay,
respect.
right.
Well, deer do the same thing because they see people doing that, and then people give them crackers.
Oh,
so
they
it's a learned
mimic.
behavior.
Look at that.
So he's bowing there, but they're not giving the
Whoa.
crackers, so he just full on jumps on them.
Okay, that's amazing. I didn't notice it do that like 2 times, like both sides. That's nuts. Look at that.
They didn't respect the social contract, man.
Yeah, you give crackers.
You give crackers. And that is our last video of the day, dude. That is the end of the news for now. As things develop, we'll keep everybody posted. But oh my goodness. Episode 2, dude.
Let's go, dude. I'm having a lot of fun with this. If you're enjoying these, let us know, y'all, because we're going to do it anyways. But
dude, you know what they should say if they made it this far?
What?
Give me my crackers.
Give me crackers. Yes, put that in the comments. I'm looking at those.
Hell yeah.
We're reading those, dang it.
Dude, we are. We've had some really sweet people. Even some people who recognize you from your YouTube channel, which is awesome. I know you're going to be
That's pretty
uploading
cool.
more content soon, but it's
Videos
so
coming
cool
soon.
that people still know you.
Yeah, I agree. Videos coming soon, dang it. We'll get in there.
All right, dude. Any final thoughts?
No. I got nothing, dude.
All right. It is now 4 a.m. I am going to bed.
Good night, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
And as always, go outside.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going outside. I'll see you later.